Okay, perfect. Hi, good morning. Okay, so, first things first, let's jiggle. If you're just joining us in the recorded session, I have a chair out because we're going to do some chair stuff at the beginning. But, of course, we always do our nice little jiggle. And I think the thing that we're going to focus on today is going to be lungs and immunity, because the cases are spiking in our area. So we want to make sure that our bodies are as strong as possible. Thank you guys for showing up. It's good to see you. You can bounce on your heels if you want. I don't do it too much in here just because the floor is so loud. But that'll help kind of jostle everything around. Good. Keep going. You guys are doing great. What a great way to wake up, huh? All right. Just a little bit more. Okay, good. And let's kind of take our central stance. Feet connected to the earth, tailbone weighted down, crown lifting up. 3 deep breaths into that lower dantian, that lower abdomen. Feeling your body. How it feels to wake up like that. And let's do a circle breath. Inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we come down, letting the chi descend down past the head and heart to that lower abdomen. Good. And then let's take our chair. So when we do chair Qigong, it's best if we have something without arms. And then we want to sit sort of like on the edge of the chair. So if it was like that, I'm a little more like that rather than like that. And if there's a back to it, we definitely don't want to be leaning back. And then we feet flat on the ground, about shoulder width. Okay, first thing we're going to do is just work on gently opening up kind of like the chest and the back. So how we're going to do that is we're going to have our arms down by our sides, and then we're going to rotate the arms in, and that pulls our scapula up, right? And then we kind of round our shoulders, and we're going to let our head drop. And I just want you guys to do all of this very, very slowly, right? So it'll be kind of like, and then we inhale and we come back up. And we exhale here. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to inhale and we're going to rotate our hands out as we like open this and lift the chest and gently arch our back. And then we exhale, come back to center. Take a breath here. And then we exhale as we fold round forward. Rounding those thumbs in, those arms in. You can see I'm doing it like that. Good. And then inhale. And then inhaling and come back. So really let the breath kind of lead. As I exhale, I come forward. We're going to do this in a little bit with like one breath, but for now, we'll stop here, take a breath in. And then as we exhale, let it like sort of sink with your exhale, right? And then as you inhale, feel it kind of push you back up. That feeling of the lungs kind of inflates your body. And then we'll rest here, exhale. And then let's inhale again, expanding, reaching out. We're exhaling, coming back to center. We're going to take a breath, and then we're going to do the whole thing in one breath. So we're going to inhale, and then we'll exhale down. Inhale long and slow all the way to open. Exhale long and slow all the way down. We'll do that a couple of times. And I'm going to exhale and start going down. Good. Exhale. Letting everything sink. Inhaling, filling up my lungs, filling up my chest, letting everything open. Exhaling, letting everything return to center. Continuing to exhale really well. Good. We'll do two more. Nice, deep, slow. Good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of do side to side. So we're going to inhale as we're going to think about this shoulder going to this hip as we kind of like lift this arm up, draw it up and open. So it'll be, I think I'm going to do it on an exhale. Let's see how that feels. So exhale, kind of bring that shoulder to that hip and reach straight up. Yeah. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, let's do the other side. Good. Shoulder to hip. So I'm feeling this in my low back when I kind of squeeze to the side. So they exhale. So I make sure when I inhale, I kind of inhale into that low back and really support it as I come up. You might be feeling it somewhere else. If you do, think about breathing into those areas to give them some love and support. Let's do 2 more times on each side. Good. Elbow, shoulder to hip. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're going to hold them right here in the center of our chest, sort of prayer position. Do it someplace that's comfortable. Like, it doesn't have to be like, we're not necessarily looking for this. We want to feel like our thumbs kind of pressing on that sternum to help activate that area. And then we're just going to do things like this. So I think about kind of drawing my elbows back when I'm doing it. And this makes me cough. Allergies are real bad right now for me. But this is going to be great. I'm going to feel so good after this. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah. So this is from sort of like the alchemy of Chi. So what we're doing here is kind of like we're mixing Chi in the body, right? Like sort of like think of this as kind of like a furnace, or I think of it as like a kiln, right? And this is us turning it on, which is pushing everything together that's helping generate and create Chi in our body. Think about the elbows coming back. Good. And so I've got a little like my dantian, right, is going, like my little belly button is going a little back and forth. Good, and we can kind of let this start to slow down. Good, and then we're going to kind of go this. And then we're going to go to the other side. And I want you to start thinking about lifting the heel on the same side that the elbow's up. So as I go to this left side, this left heel kind of comes off the ground and raises my knee. It just does some interesting things to our balance when we do that. This might be plenty for you, but if you can, now we're going to start lifting that foot up and pointing it towards the knee. Lifting the heel is just fine. Mm-hmm. I can feel it activating my Wei Chi, right? My defensive Chi. I'm kind of getting a little bit of sweat all over my body right now. Good. We can go back to just doing the heel. Good, and then we'll drop the heel. We'll let this get slower. Come to the middle, and then we're going to go back to that first movement we were doing. Or that previous. Thinking about staying nice and relaxed. Feeling those shoulders stay loose. Feeling that torso and kind of that lower abdomen stay loose and move. Good, and we'll let that come to a close. Good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take in a deep breath and we're going to hold it. So what it's going to look like is we're going to take 2 regulating breaths. We're going to inhale and exhale, and then we're going to inhale and hold. And my hands aren't on my chest, they're right in front of it, and they're very big. So they're like helping me imagine my lungs being big and full. And I do put a little bit of arch in my back to help open up that front chest. You know, just hold it as long as you can, or like what feels good to you. And we're going to do it twice. Right, so let's get ready. We'll have our hands right here. And we'll inhale. Next inhale, we'll hold. Good. Let's do 2 regulating breaths and do it again. Inhale. Inhale to hold. We'll end with 2 regulating breaths. Inhale. Inhale. Good. Now let's stand up. You can put your chairs away. Where are we? Oh, okay. So now we're just going to do some swinging arms, noodle arms, right? Let the arms hang like noodles. Think about extending up through the head. Up through this crown of the head, keeping the spine nice and long. Turning to look behind you. Getting some nice twisting movement in the spine. Letting the hands smack against the low back and the abdomen. Oh, yeah. Good. And we can let that start to slow down. Good. Our next movement is going to be drawing the bow. I'm going to maybe a little bit. Perfect. Yeah. So we're going to be in a little bit of a wider stance. So out past shoulder width. And only go down sort of as deep as you want. We're going to go down into a horse stance. We're going to hold our hands like this, right? And we're gonna draw and open like that. And then we're gonna close like this. We're gonna draw and we're gonna open like this with an inhale. So a couple things to make it easier or harder. You can go out wider and you can stay nice and low, and you can sort of stay in that low position during the whole time. Or you can be a little higher and you can kind of go down in between. So like down, up, down, up. Whatever feels good for your body this morning. If you feel some pressure on the knee, the other thing you can do before you go out is sort of turn that foot out just a little bit so that the knee kind of follows that open line. Now don't do it as you're over here. You want to do it before you put the weight over there. And then turn it when you come back. You can get a little complicated with all that. So just do what feels good. And let's see. So we're going to inhale. Really feeling the chest open. Exhale, come back to center, crossing the arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming back to center. So we're really focusing on the chest here, right? We want to open everything up. Now I'm not doing this movement so much as I'm pulling straight back, and then I'm letting that breath kind of open the chest. So I pull this elbow straight back, nice straight line, feel my chest expand due to the inflation of the air. Good. Try and keep that torso straight up and down. I know it's really kind of like tempting to kind of draw the boat like this, right? But we want to keep nice and that torso up and down. Good. You guys are doing great. Keep going. One of the powerful things about this movement is, again, sort of the activation of the Wei Qi. You can kind of feel when the Wei Qi gets activated, because you start to get this little bit of sweat kind of going all over your body. Right, and we think we're not doing super crazy hard movements here, and yet our body starts to sweat. And a lot of that has to do with the breathing that we're doing and the activation of that Qi. Let's do one more time on each side. Really feel it. Filling those lungs. And we'll do a circle breath. We'll do 3 of them. Good, beautiful. Making sure not to lock out the knees. Let's rub our hands together. Keep them nice and warm. Palm over palm on that lower dantian. Now we're going to circle our abdomen. You guys can mirror me, so we're going to go to the right, and up, and around, and down. Everything starts in the gut. So we're just warming our hands up, drawing chi to them, and then doing a little bit of intentional abdominal massage here. And this will help everything be better, digestion. You'll get more from your nutrients, more nutrients from your food. Yeah. Keep doing that nice, deep, slow breathing. Come back to center. And then we're going to reach out and do a little bit of our chest rubbing. Hopefully not scooping chi into the body. Rubbing it down. Into the heart. Into the abdomen. Nourishing all the internal organs. Yeah, feels good. Good. And let both hands come in. And let's do 3 more circle breaths. Drawing chi in through the arms, down from the sky, through the head, clearing the head, clearing the heart, letting it consolidate in that lower abdomen. Even feeling chi coming up through the soles of our feet, coming up through our legs and consolidating in the lower abdomen too. 1 more. And just take some deep breaths here. And check in with your body. How does it feel? For Oh, okay, yeah, we're a little late. Sorry, guys. 9:03. Actually, I'll pull this over here. If you have a few minutes and you want to talk, you're more than welcome to unmute. I've got a couple minutes to say hey, talk about class, any questions you might have. If you have to go, I totally understand. Oh, I'm going to stop the recording. Bye, everybody online.